What's up, everybody? Now, it's a little different from what I've been doing in the past video, being funny, you know, going a little out there. But the topic for today is God's real. Is He real? Is He there? You can't see Him, but is He there? I like to think of God as a circle. A circle has no end. It has no beginning. When you look at a circle, it's just there. No ridges, no corners. It's perfect. God has no beginning and no end. The Alpha and Omega. Perfection. Now, what is perfection? This world is perfection, right? Think about it. This world is perfection. We live in the solar system. Our planet, planet Earth, lies in the zone called the Goldilocks zone, which is not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just there. And we can maintain, our Earth can maintain a suitable temperature to sustain life. Now you take a step back, we are located, the solar system, Earth is located in the Milky Way galaxy. We are not too close to the center. We are not too far out to where we get spin off in space. And we're not too close to the center to where it get too hot and we can't sustain our habitat. So we are in a zone of perfection, another Goldilocks zone. Dip break. So I would like to get into the law of complexity consciousness. It was formed back in the 1950s from a paleontologist and a priest, would state that matter becomes more complex at the same rate as does consciousness becomes complex as well. So God must be the highest possible state of consciousness. I'm going to get into that. Now, these two guys, a priest and a paleontologist, no, it's not that kind of joke. And a priest walking to the bar, no, it's not that kind of joke. But they came up with this point called the Omega point. The Omega point is when matter and consciousness reach the highest level to where it cannot be raptured by time or space. It's out there. It's gone forever into that higher level dimension. So you have to look at one thing too. Matter. You have something that interact with matter, which is a force. Force is invisible. You can't see it, but it's acting. The gravitational pull, 9.881 meters per second, is a gravitational pull. We have forces acting upon us, pushing down, pushing up. The gravitational pull it takes for a shuttle, a craft to lead the pull of the Earth atmosphere. We have forces acting all around us, even in space. We have forces acting all around us. But force is invisible. You can't see it, but it's acting there. Hey, you can say the same thing about God, right? God is invisible. You can't see him, but he must be here. Now you get taking a little leap on faith. Trying to combine science and God together. So, forces was introduced back in the 1700s by this great man named Sir Isaac Newton. The three laws of motion. Forces equal mass time acceleration. So, all matter has forces acting upon it. Now, you could take this back and say the same thing for God, like I just stated. But now, let's go back to circles. Now, in the universe, we have something called black holes. Black holes is where light cannot escape. And you get too close to the event horizon, you're going to get pulled in. And matter, light, said to reach this point called a singularity. Now, Singularity is a fancy word physically used, but in layman's term, it really means the unknown, because that's what the singularity is in physics. It's really the unknown. But on the opposite end, it's theorized that a white hole emerges on the other end where emits that light, emits that matter. Now, we can say that the same thing happened in the process of the creation of our universe. When the Big Bang happened, boom, there was a big ball of light, and parts just flying everywhere, gas, molecules, whatever, just flying everywhere and created everything. The circle of life. What now? We have millions upon billions of black holes in the galaxies. I mean, in the universe, we have billions of galaxies, and at the center of every galaxy is theorized. Now it's almost getting proven that there's a black hole. So you might have millions upon billions of other black holes, white holes, emitting this light and creating more universes. Now we're starting to get into parallel universes and high dimension. I'm trying to calm down. I don't want to just bug your head out. But now, if we have matter, we must have forces. Forces are invisible. Now, going back to the law of complexity consciousness, it could be extended to include forces. So forces becomes more complex as matter becomes more complex, which is equivalent to the rate of complexity within the consciousness of state, so that forces must be an equal or greater rate of consciousness to matter as well. Now, what the hell did I just say? I include forces which are invisible, then you cannot see, but it's there. So the same thing can be said about God. Now look at the whole universe. Now you have all of this happening. You have black holes, white holes everywhere. Just take a step out and think about this. Doing what I just said, I'm not going to repeat myself, but doing all this, there has to be a grand designer to control all of this. A super higher level being to account for the complexity as matter becomes higher in dimensions, must be higher dimensional forces, and to that higher dimensional consciousness of state as the omega point, which I stated in the law of complexity consciousness. There has to be someone, something governing all that. I mean, we can't just live in a world that, to our point, it seems unfair from our lower level of understanding. We see the world as unfair. We can't get by. Things happen. Positive, negative energy happen. Can't find a job. But in reality, our world is perfect. We live in a perfect zone in the solar system, a perfect zone in the Milky Way, and around us we have the same stuff happening with black holes and white holes, possibly creating other universes as we speak. And you have to account for time. You have to account for all these variables. So in my point of view, in my understanding, there has to be a supreme higher level that governs and orchestrate and architect and engineer to a perfect design. We are that design. We are part of that consciousness until we reach a higher level of that consciousness, which we are. We're going to reach that higher level because the conservation of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. It is transformed into another form. And when we get transformed, then we'll become high in state of beings, high in state of mind, high level of consciousness. And that's my take on why I think that God is that higher state. God is that higher level. And dip break. I missed one cue to say dip break. I know y'all saw me take a dip break, but I didn't say it. But now I'm saying it. Didn't get me off my game that time. But anyway, God is perfect because He created a perfect, and you have your own idea of what God is, who you think God is, what religion, whatever. But in reality, God is the grand designer, and He's the architect to this magnificent creation of this universal plan that we are here. That's why I'm talking to you on YouTube. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And always remember, you stay pumped, you stay positive. If not, you know what to do.